Breakfast dog.
What was that?
Breakfast dog.
Are we live now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that.
You got to give us like a countdown or something.
I know, I didn't even hear it. I was like looking over here, and then all of a sudden,
you
I'm
know.
like,
There was a countdown.
Yeah.
Breakfast time!
oh.
All right.
We gotta get that cat to be like a GIF in the corner. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
All that gets cut out anyway because son of a bitch. This fucking microphone.
Wait, do we play the intro?
No, that's what I'm doing now. That's why everything right now.
Yeah, you should have hit it right there. Like, that's what I'm doing now. That's just like,
Oh.
click it.
Wakey, wakey, smell those eggs and bakey. It's time for Breakfast Talk, a podcast discussing current, independent, and mainstream entertainment topics, from gaming and movies to comics. Start your week off right with the Breakfast Boys. As always, if you can smell what we're cooking, click that like button, and if your tummies are rumbling for more, click subscribe and ring that brekkie bell to turn on all notifications. All right, let's talk.
Noise. Nice.
There we go. A
Everybody
little
got
rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that we did episode 24.
We lost Hector already. That was real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because he's a zombie. I should have.
Yeah, he's a zombie. I forgot that we did episode 24 for the Suicide Squad last week. And
Gotcha.
so I was like, so I edited that like 2 hours ago. Pretty quick.
It begins.
Yeah.
And
And
so it begins.
so yeah, that so I'm trying to think if I should release all of the Suicide Squad episodes at once on the same day. I might just do that. Because the other two didn't get released because I didn't have any thumbnails, and now I have a different thumbnail person for our YouTube videos.
Sure. Are you saying should we release all three at the same time?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
But you already released one?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
None of
okay.
I had to edit the 24th,
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
and then this will be after all that. But yeah,
Maybe you release them like every hour for like
Yeah.
3 hours. That'd be kind of cool.
do that.
Yeah.
So
Welcome
Hey.
to Breakfast Talk, everybody.
But breakfast time.
If you're watching this not live, make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we need you. We need you.
I need you.
if you're on
Getting
Apple
real.
Podcasts, give us a 5-star review.
Do that.
Subscribe. If you're on Anchor, they have this cool thing. Well, that was already a support button, but now there's like an actual, like, you can actually subscribe on Anchor to our podcast, so that's kind of cool. And we have a Buy Me a Coffee
Yeah.
because podcasting isn't free.
Where's that little banner? Where's that banner? Should be like, buy me a coffee.
I don't have anything. Okay.
This is I can't even afford coffee. This is juice in here. So I need coffee.
I only have a half full cup.
I have the water for the coffee.
I only have half a cup because someone
Look,
didn't buy me a cup.
look how desperate I am. I've this cup is now
Yes.
just holding.
He's resorted to copper.
Yeah,
He
just
thinks it has
random wires.
electrolytes.
It does actually.
It has a plant's grave.
Yeah, you just take your tea and you just put your USB drive in there. And you just kind of mix it up, and there you go. Electrolytes.
Makes sense.
Cool. So we're gonna start with Hector because he has lots of news, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's probably like the longest
Yeah,
topic
that
in here.
too.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, so obviously it's been a pretty big week in the whole entertainment sphere of things, the whole comic book entertainment sphere of things. So we got the release of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer because of the whole leak situation, and they're just like, yeah, we just got to release it now, right? So
is that why they came out?
Yep.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Someone that
Yeah.
worked at Sony was like,
You mean Tom Holland?
no,
it wasn't him this time.
Dude, that'd been great if it's like, God damn it.
They don't tell him
Lucky
shit
there.
anymore. They
Yeah,
don't tell him anything. They keep him out of the.
I'm pretty sure they don't even tell him what most of the scenes he's recording are like for. Like they just say like what he's gonna do, and he's like, "Cool, I hope it looks cool later."
Yeah, they basically keep him in the dark now.
That's great.
But yeah, so anyway, so it came out, and obviously we have just a ton of like things to think about when it comes to what the hell this movie is going to be about. I'm going to go ahead and jump back to that at the end of this, and then we're going to go have like a little discussion. I have a couple theories and things like that. But yeah, so we also got the first look at Cowboy Bebop. So we knew the casting of the show, but now we see all three main characters. Well, there is four main characters, but the I guess initial three, we see who they've casted and how they look, and like the first looks at the scenes in terms of like the there's like a couch and like their living room or whatever inside the spaceship that they're in. So we got our first looks at that. To me, I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be doing a Smo talk about these other two topics, not the Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm going to be doing a Cowboy Bebop one that's basically like stop the hate. Stop the hate, and then like a service announcement, and then the other one is going to be talking about Shang Chi and going through like a deep dive of Shang Chi in terms of like his comic book history and pretty much how we see it differ from the cinematic one that we're going to get here on September 3rd, which I actually already bought my tickets, so I'm going to be going to that on Thursday. And yeah, so Shang-Chi reveals, I'll go through that. So we got a couple like subtle things that went on in the trailer. Like they're like, "Oh, you're stronger than any Avenger," right? So that was a really big kind of announcement that was a very subtle kind of play throughout the trailer, because that's a pretty big statement. You're saying he's now stronger than Thor, Iron Man, the Hulk, any Avenger. There is no Avenger that is stronger than him. That's a big statement to make. Even Scarlet Witch as well. I mean, Scarlet Witch as well.
She's the strongest.
She's supposed to be the Omega mutant. Like she's
So yeah, so that's a big statement to make. So that's something to look out for. And then also we have a look at what is how am I forgetting his name? He's the enemy of the Hulk. What's his name?
The general. The
yeah, the dude. No, not Ross, not General Ross. How am I forgetting
Hulk
his name now?
Enemy.
Abomination.
Abomination. Yeah, okay, there it is. Yes.
So yeah, he's essentially in the Shang-Chi trailer. You see them like in a cage fight, and basically Abomination is fighting. What's his name? The Doctor Strange's like sidekick dude.
The monk looking character, Wong.
Wong, there you go. I was gonna say like Wing. I don't know why. So yeah, Wong. So he's fighting Wong in this cage match thing, which is just pretty awesome. That's a background scene. It's not even part of like the movie. Essentially, it's just like taking these two other kind of unrelated characters and smushing them in there as like cameos in a background scene where it's like a cage match. So that's just pretty dope. And I didn't even think we were gonna see any other like Hulk related villains, but I guess with the whole She-Hulk TV show coming out, maybe they're going to start sprinkling in some more Hulk characters throughout the different series that we see or movies that we see as cameos and things like that, just to kind of prepare the kind of the table for She-Hulk. So yeah, super interesting, and that's pretty much all I got there. So I'm going to jump back to the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. If you did see it, and I don't want to spoil it, but you should have seen it by now. Everybody's talking about it for the entire week. It's like nonstop, just like anything that happens with any of these new Marvel trailer movies. Everybody discusses it for a good solid 2 weeks and just tears it apart. And And that's where some of these theories that I had kind of came from. So one theory is actually completely different from everyone else's theory. So this is my original, and I'm going to hopefully this comes true, because if it comes true, then I'm really smart. So my theory is, my personal theory is, so you see Dr. Octopus, he comes through the portal, right? So like they're, the whole the breaking of the universe occurs.
Specifically Dr. Octopus from the
Edward Molina.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes,
so,
there it is.
The Tobey
Maguire. Doc Ock, yeah.
Yeah. So that again, Albert Molina. So he comes through, and this is what spawns the theory for me, right? So he comes through and immediately goes, "Hey, Peter."
Like he knows who he is. He recognizes
exactly who he is. So my thing is, Doc Ock is probably one of the most brilliant scientists in like the Spider-Man lore. He's one of the smartest people on the earth. He's like comparative to like Reed Richards.
He's one of like the top 10 or 20, I think he's supposed to be.
And even like when they did the whole body swap thing, he was even more smart. You know what I mean? The whole Spider-Man body swap thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forget. I think it was Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm not sure which one it was. But anyway, so my theory is that Doc Ock is familiar with the parallel universes, and he's been traveling through the parallel universes. That's why he comes through. He doesn't like dropped in or like, just magically appears and he doesn't know what's going on. He literally like comes through and he's like ready to go. Right. So like he's been traveling through the multiverse. After the events of Loki, he figures out, oh, there's a multiverse, and like he stumbles onto it, and then he starts traveling through it. And my theory is that everybody expects that we're going to see a 3 Spider-Man movie. I think Tobey Maguire and
Garfield. Yeah, I always forget his name. Yeah,
they're just going to be cameos where they show Doc Ock killing those other 2 Spider-Men.
Oh, damn, that'd be kind of interesting, because it'd be a good way to not have to deal with bringing them back while also admitting that they exist. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And my theory is that he has formed a Sinister Six through these parallel dimensions.
Damn, that'd be dope.
And he's bringing them through as well. So that's why you see the whole like Goblin, bomb. So essentially, he's
that was the coolest thing. Like the last little, just the laugh, and it's like,
yep. and like through the whole trailer breakdown that you've seen online, they've actually like cut out these little like background scenes. That's like, oh, that's Electro, and oh, this is the Lizard, and oh, this is the Vulture or whatever. Like so. You get the sense that like, yeah, that might be happening, or it might just be people over speculating and trying to like put things together where there couldn't be, or it could just be Marvel doing what Marvel does, which is they put out a trailer that and they add in extra shit that is like a lead, a mislead. You know what I mean? So and honestly, the whole Goblin Ball might be a mislead. You know what I mean? Because they didn't show any other character. Like they didn't show actively show any other character besides Strange, Spider-Man, and Doc Ock.
Well, so, I know that Jamie Foxx,
he signed on, yeah.
And there's also like a cast on Google or something, IMDb, but again, it shows William Dafoe.
But that could be
well, that could literally be the laugh. The fact that he laughed, they can put him on the cast, so they don't even have to have him. Yeah.
And they could just be cameos. Like again, they don't even have to have big scenes, or they don't even have to be like big characters in this movie. So again, it could be a mislead. It could be like, again, maybe Doc Ock, like I said, he's traveling through these parallel universes, and somehow he has a bag of the Goblin Balls. You know what I mean? So like he drops one of them. So it's not the Goblin, it's Doc Ock has just taken his tech. You know what I mean? So like it could just be a complete mislead, and we're getting in way over our head here. So that is my theory. And I want to talk about the breaking of the universe, essentially. And like we've now seen 3 different aspects of the breaking of the universe, essentially, with Scarlet Witch's kind of like altering reality. And then we have Loki, essentially, Loki's breaking in, like he's the one who he's technically broke the universe. And then now we have, we actually have two titles that are about the multiverse. We have, No Way Home, and then Multiverse of Madness. So I want to talk about this and give me all your Spider-Man related things related to the breaking of the universe.
Okay, well, do you know that in Madness of the Multiverse, or whatever it's going to be called, the Doctor Strange movie with Scarlet Witch, she's going to be fighting an X-Men character?
I didn't know that. No.
Yep.
Like an actual X-Men character?
Yep.
Who specifically?
Well, they're just saying it's an X-Men character.
But he's saying it could be Jean Grey, like Phoenix,
which would be kind of cool. Her dad, could be Jean Grey, but not the shitty Jean Grey. Not the shitty one. Not the shitty one. She can kill that one. She can kill Sophie Turner's one. If that one, that's shit.
I honestly, there was no good version of Jean Grey in the cinematic universe. Period. So
I like the Jean Grey from the X-Men.
The OG.
Nay.
Well, that was also never really like, other than that. What was it, the third one? What's the one where she like went Phoenix kind of?
Third.
I think it was the third one. Yeah.
Was there? Yeah. Other than that, like, they don't really showcase her powers that well throughout most of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I see, the thing that I think that's interesting. I actually mentioned this quite a few podcast episodes ago. We were chatting about the multiverse in general, and the thing I brought up was the original comic book. There's an original comic book that's been created over the last couple of years through Marvel about the how the end of the universe or the end of the multiverse happens, that causes the reset of the entirety of the universe. And in that, Thor is facing off this great darkness. I forgot the name offhand, but it's this great dark being that is like it's kind of like based on the Nordic fight at the end of what's the thing that restarts the time in the Nordic thing? Fights the snake, is that what it is? Which is Loki's kid. Oh, he's lost him. I'm trying to remember what the lore is. But basically, Thor ends up facing a giant snake, which is actually Loki's child, which is a really interesting story, because if Loki's like Hector, so there you're back. So do you know the story of that, where Thor fights the snake and he hits him so hard they go back in time?
No, I'm not familiar with like.
All right, so that's in the Norse mythology, and the funny thing is that if Loki's the start of all this breaking of the universe, then it's almost like this is his child, the creation of darkness that will come to end the universe. Because I think the whole idea is that this darkness is created from the disruption between universes, and as that disruption grows, it becomes larger, more powerful, until it consumes the universe, and then basically a Big Bang starts everything over again. And that's how they can reset the Marvel universe, where there's no more multiverse. It starts off with a single one again, until an event happens and causes a split. And that's like the Flashpoint stuff. Like, that's how multiverses are formed after the initial universe has started. So it's
I actually really hope they don't do that, because I feel like this is like the first time we have continuity throughout like any kind of comic book.
For this long. Yeah, for this long.
So
yeah,
I want this to keep going as far as possible.
That story is still very long, but the whole point is like eventually, like, we're going to lose characters we love so much that it won't really be the same universe. So it gives them the option in the future to take it down. That's why I like it. It's kind of like this setup for the disruption of the entire universe. So if it gets out of control and they jump the shark, they can actually end the shark jumping early. You know what I mean? Like, they can be like, hey, let's what?
Hand?
Yeah, hand. So like, it's one of those things where I think that what they're doing is they're giving themselves that layup in case they need to, dunk it and have some ultimate ending where they face off with Galactus. Because the whole thing is like, so that was the thing about the darkness, is that Galactus, the Eater of Worlds, is the only being other than the darkness to survive the universe resetting, right? So he is a world eater. However, he himself is also afraid of this darkness. That's the only thing Galactus is actually afraid of. So it is something that is extremely powerful. So we haven't even gotten a glimpse of Galactus yet. So the whole idea is that this disruption of universes could be, some greater beings like the Watchmen kind of style, like, of the universe, where it's what are they? The Guardians, the ones that are watching the universe, huh?
Like the Watchers.
The
Watchers, that's what I was going for. Yeah, the Watchers who are like observing everything could go, "Hey, things are getting out of control. We need to stop this one Earth that's causing all the mayhem," and they send Galactus. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be that right now we're going to see a bunch of chaos, lots of cool characters. They're going to finally calm it down in like one of these like either an Avenger movie or like remember what was this Captain America: Civil War? How it was still basically an Avenger movie. They might have one of those where they finish a great battle, and then the fucking sky starts getting ripped apart, right? And then Galactus comes in. So I think that this is the start of a trail of just multiple movies that are going to show things getting torn apart until something has to come stop it, but it's actually a bad thing.
We have a Secret War title that's been put out. As an official title. So there will be another collaboration of all the Marvel heroes in one movie or a couple movies, maybe, I'm not sure. But we'll see that again. It's just, what's the plot line for it, right? Because we have already seen the original Secret Wars essentially was the shape changers, the shapeshifters. What are they called?
Yeah, the Kree or
no,
no
Scrolls.
There it is. Yeah.
So they mimic all the heroes, you know what I mean, and start removing them one by one and replacing them. So I don't know if and the way that they set up the Scrolls was they were kind of a good, like a more innocent race in this cinematic universe, but that can always change. That was also back in the 90s, you know what I mean? So now we're,
they could
forward.
Easily what could have happened is Shield could have done experiments on these guys. They could have pissed them off, and now they're like, all right, we're going to take these people out because clearly they're just using us and they're trying to.
I think you mean Sword.
Yeah,
Sword.
Or because Blockbuster shuts down, they get pissed off about that.
Yeah, no, Blockbuster. That's what causes the universe to break.
Is Blockbuster.
Dude, there's that one Blockbuster still left, and like they go to visit, and then like somebody drops a bomb on it, and they just snap, and it's like, oh my god.
By the way, have you seen the last one? They turned it into.
It's a movie. It's an Airbnb that you can rent any of the movies there while you're there, and it's like cool. I think. If I remember correctly, they might have set up multiple rooms of like different years, like 70s, 80s, 90s.
It's actually really sad and like a slap in the face because the documentary of that is on Netflix.
That's hilarious.
So...
I just hope they get it on VHS and they bring it to a Blockbuster so you can watch it while you're there.
Video killed the radio star, you know what I mean?
There's actually a thing. Dylan has not seen WandaVision, but
I gotta watch all these.
There is. It's not like a super spoiler or anything, but there is a calendar that is in WandaVision, the first episode, and there's a date, and it's actually August 23rd, and that's the date that Spider-Man was released.
Oh, that's interesting. So maybe it was an intentional leak. Maybe it was like, because they do that they do that with like music. You know what I mean? Like they'll have like, oh no, like this person accidentally leaked one of their songs from their album. Oh no, now we can't stop talking about it in the news. I can't believe it's going to come out in 2 weeks. So it could be that was they do that all the time. It's
So that's pretty cool.
Well, and like one of the things too was people are like, oh, they're trying to keep this so secret, like they haven't even released any trailers, and like it's been put off for so long. Feige was just like, yeah, well, we have 2 other titles that are coming before that, so like they don't want to like oversaturate with like all these different trailers and like basically blow past, because Spider-Man is a huge character. He's one that has a tremendous amount of like fandom.
Yeah, because if you post like everything about Spider-Man, they're just not going to watch Shang Chi, which is like this coming week.
September 3rd. Yeah,
that is a good point. But it could still be though the fact that we're hungry enough for Spider-Man. It just has us thinking about the Marvel universe again. So it could be a little more strategic than we think about. Like, because I haven't like gone out to see a movie since almost Avengers Endgame. Like that's probably one of the last movies I saw in the theater.
The movie that I saw out at a theater was Joker. So.
Oh yeah, actually maybe that was it then. But like I mean, like it's not like there's a lot of stuff like drawing us to the theaters anymore. So it is. Yeah, actually looks super interesting. But it's definitely like they need another poll, and I think that, like you said, Spider-Man, one of the top heroes, like literally Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, top 3 for everybody, like across the freaking world. Like so, it's definitely a good way to get people hungry for the universe again, I think.
Kind of hope Shang Chi actually does like good, because I kind of want someone to have like him as a favorite character because he's going to be around for a while. So.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like it's gonna be done really well. Like, it kind of to me feels like a Asian Black Panther, which the original the Black Panther movie was like so engrossing. Like when you went into that movie, it didn't just feel like a Marvel movie. It felt like
because it built a whole new
standalone.
world. Yeah, it built a whole new world for you to like be involved with. Where like a lot of the other Marvel heroes are based in New York City. Like that's we're used to it. And
And man, Eternals too, man. That's why I made a whole post on Facebook, like the direction I think that Marvel's going in right now in terms of the major heroes and like setting up this new group of heroes.
I like how in that trailer they kind of like mentioned why they weren't involved in anything else. They're like, oh, let's just put that in there so people can shut up.
Well, yeah, there's a theory behind that too. We talked about that, I think, when we were talking about the Eternals, which was probably like really early in this season. But yeah, that's coming out in November, so that's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great kind of entering into the new year, like 2022, and then we're going to get No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness in 2022, and bro, it's going to be crazy.
The other interesting thing too is all those DC movies that are going to be coming out in 2022.
Black Adam.
Mm-hmm. That's next year.
There's like three of them, I think, that if I can remember, or maybe more. I just remember there was like
Suicide Squad Air cut. No, that's not gonna happen. Watch it. It's not gonna happen.
It's Black Adam, right? And is it Shazam as well? Like Shazam, like the family.
Shazam is Fury of the Gods, and then Black Adam is The Rock gets to have his own movie. It's probably
it's like a standalone.
Statham in it too. And
isn't Black Adam supposed to be like? Doesn't he fight Shazam?
Yeah,
he's one of his
He just gets his own movie because he's The Rock, I guess.
Well, it's because
they could be doing a Joker style, making it build up his character.
Yeah, we were just talking.
It'd be so funny if like right now, like there's only one person watching. We think it's a bot, but it's actually somebody at Marvel, and they're like, "Damn, that Suicide Squad was a pretty cool idea." Like maybe we take it before DC does, and we start a universe of villains. Like we just start emphasizing how awesome they are, and then Spider-Man came in and killed them. Why would he do that? What a monster, right?
They were originally Sony was originally supposed to make a Sinister Six universe, and that failed because Amazing Spider-Man didn't do as good.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Sony. It's not like terrible. I don't think, but I don't like Electro, and that Electro is in the new one. So
yeah,
I just hope Sony just keeps licensing it. Like, just let Marvel do their thing. You can keep profiting from the license. It's fine.
And Sony is still building out their anti-hero verse with
Venom and
Morpheus
Morbius, which
is it Morbius or Morpheus? Morbius?
Morbius. Yeah, I don't think it's Morpheus.
I forgot all about that. Probably everybody.
I forgot about it until you mentioned it right now.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, Jared Leto. Yeah.
Well, there was another one too. Who was the other villain that they were building up? Craven.
Oh yeah.
Craven what? Craven some Buttercat.
Exactly. Craven some Crave cereal, which I've never had. And that's disgusting.
Blade is actually.
Blade, yes.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy that played Cottonmouth. He's gonna be Blade.
Dude, yeah, I'm excited about that.
Marshawn something.
I don't know his name, but I do know he's Cottonmouth from
actor.
So.
Mahershala Ali.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a really long name. It's like longer than my last name. Yeah, Mahershala. Yeah, he's an incredible actor. It's just he played such a good role. So definitely, I'm excited about that.
Second season of Luke Cage more, but
yeah, but he's still awesome.
Yeah. So Spider-Man. I kind of agree with everything, except I actually kind of think now Hector's idea, that's a good theory with Doc Ock. Yeah, he could be doing that, but also there's a thing that Doctor Strange isn't Doctor Strange.
Oh, maybe he's a Skrull.
No,
maybe that's
I think he's
Loki?
Wow, I can't think of his fucking name right now.
Loki? If there's going to be somebody that could use the magic of...
So.
Who?
the devil. And
No, say that.
Oh,
Mephisto.
they're basing it
Yeah.
off of a comic. I forgot what it's called. Is it
Mephisto? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mephisto.
And if they go the comic route, it'll be bad, but they won't. So,
yeah, dude, it's so funny. All I did was type in Mephisto and top stories, Barstool Sports. Is Doctor Strange an incompetent boob, a scroll, or Mephisto?
Yeah. But like,
it is kind of funny because it is like so like Peter Parker is also supposed to be one of the smartest people. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be very intelligent, not like top 20, but he's supposed to be like top 100 in the world. Like he's supposed to be super smart, and he's not registering like, hey, maybe it's bad to mess with everyone's mind. Why is he like so cool with just doing this? He winked at me and everything. Like it's just a little too on the nose obvious.
I had another idea that it could be, but I forgot what happened in Far From Home. So Far From Home, yeah.
I'm a terrible person. I still have to watch it.
I don't know if I want to talk about it then. I haven't seen that yet.
Just keep it a secret. I'm trying to think about.
I'm thinking maybe. You haven't seen that movie, so I can't like.
Real quick. The Mephisto. I'm trying to remember. Like I know he's like the devil, but what is his like thing he's known for doing? Like other than just being like evil. Like what's his main power? Like that that he uses. No, you know what I mean? Like, because one of his things, Loki, remember that scene? It's one of the greatest scenes in the Avengers movies, is when Loki makes all of them fight until Bruce Banner's holding the staff, and then he's like, oh, like he realizes like he's about to snap. Because, do you remember the scene I'm talking about? It's like the first fight scene of I think it was in Avengers, the first Avengers, like with the first fight scene where the Avengers are fighting, so that later when they all group up, it's fucking awesome because like now they're friends. But like that that scene right there, Loki's kind of manipulating them, right? That's the whole idea. I'm trying to think about like what Mephisto is known for because I'm curious if that was the game plan for this, because like they plan out so freaking far ahead for these movies. If that was the game plan, I wonder if there's been signs of him already, and that's why I'm trying to think about like what's his trademark. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the thing he's known for doing all the time?
Yeah. Well, they're thinking it could be him because there's a sign that says "devil in disguise" when it's like you see the crowd. So
that's actually interesting because
acting like Doctor Strange. Some people are saying so.
Yeah,
like,
he was
wearing a fucking sweater.
Blasé. Yeah, he was.
He's clearly not. That's why I said he's clearly not Doctor Strange. Yeah. Or if he is, he's being manipulated because remember how like he's like will never do anything like that again ever. Like so much like he was so adamant about not doing things like this anymore, and then suddenly he's like, oh yeah, cool, Peter, like let's just make it easy for your life. Like that's all he was doing, was making Peter's life easier. That's it. It wasn't because like knowing him put someone else at jeopardy. That's not even what Peter said. He's like, my life's just been really difficult, like being me. So like I know I'm really strong and crush a man's head with my bare hands, but everything else sucks, right? Like I got an awesome girlfriend. Oh, I'd leave that. But like that, I mean, like that's literally what's happening. He's like, because remember, he's like, oh wait, can you like make it so like not everyone forgets me? And it's like, what? Like, no, that's the whole point of this. I want Hector back for this. Hector, like I was just saying, like literally, he's like, hey, I know I'm super strong and I got the girl in my dreams now, but can like you make my life better by making it so I don't have to like wave at people when I walk down the streets. That's literally what he's asking, and he's like, yeah, sure, like he would never do that.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense. So it's clearly not.
So if you could just like erase that from my teacher.
Yeah, it like threw me off when how
you change that
was like how like when they went into that trailer, it was like very much like it was very fast paced, and I'm like, okay, there has to be some mechanism that
I wonder if they did it that fast because they want people to not like how we're discussing it now. Like some people might have just skimmed past it and not even thought about it, and then the hardcore people are like, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also a box he's holding. I don't know what that box is, but there is a scene where he's pushing Peter out of like his body, his soul or whatever, and he's holding this like box, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle box.
Yeah. Okay. So Mephisto. So shape shifting and illusions is what Two of his biggest powers, other than like superhuman strength.
And when he makes deals, it's like
in manipulating memories. That's his other big power. So literally, he's using his power to do that.
But when he makes a deal
and altering time. Sorry, real quick. Let me just read his power list. This is really funny. It literally goes, including superhuman strength, shape and size shifting, projecting illusions, manipulating memories, and altering time.
Yeah.
Like literally, those are everything that happens. Like
they also said another reason why they think it's not Doctor Strange is when he walks into the sanctum, it's like, freezing.
Freezing, yeah.
Hell has frozen over. So people are like reading too much into it, probably. But
that's probably too much into it. But
maybe it's just
things I just listed.
Christmas time, so he could just like snow.
Yeah, but literally the thing I just mentioned, like those are all of his main powers, and literally all of them are being used in this movie by Doctor Strange. It's like
to add into that, right? Like the whole snow effect, the cold effect, right? And we're talking about Mephisto is the devil, right?
Could be Ash.
The bottom layer of hell where Lucifer's supposed to reside is like a frozen wasteland. So it's kind of interesting that like maybe that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I could talk about the trailer more, but
yeah, we've spent a good amount of time. No, there's obviously, like I said, they put out this trailer and they're hoping that we take it in a billion different directions because that's such a Marvel thing to do, right? But I mean, in general, the way that when it comes to the universe breaking, we have definitely seen already confirmed there's a lot of different things that are contributing to this multiverse that they're really, really pushing forward. So I'm interested to see how does Black Panther filter into this? How do any of these next titles that are coming up, how are they affected by this whole multiverse thing? Are we going to see these titles in different multiverse settings? Is that kind of how it works, or how is this going to affect everything else? That's what I'm most interested in.
Yeah, and the fact that this is it's super interesting that what was it with the Hulk? Yeah, like what are the rules like with Hulk? They need to have him in a movie, right? Like they can't do a standalone Hulk movie. Spider-Man, he's the same way, right? They can't do standalone Spider-Man movies without introducing something else.
Why? Like for the Hulk, I think it's just because he doesn't really have like a tremendous storyline.
No, I meant like legally, they're not allowed to have a Hulk movie without having someone else in it.
They don't own.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying so with Spider-Man, it's been similar. They've been always having some other character walk in, even if it's just for a moment, from the MCU. And so it's super interesting that they're almost like, because what was it? Far From Home was supposed to be technically the last movie of the fourth block of movies? Is that what they call it? What are the blocks of movies called? I'm like losing my mind right now.
Phases,
yeah. Technically, Far From Home was the last Phase 4 movie. And it's super interesting that they're like you said, it's not the first one coming out, but they're kicking off Phase 5 with a trailer from
Phase 4 is starting. Phase 3 was the last one. Maybe.
I don't know.
I just watched all the MCU.
Yeah, Marvel phases. Phase 4.
Spider-Man on Disney Plus, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, this is Phase 4. Sorry, you're right. Anyways, but the end of Marvel Phase 3 was the what's it called? The Far From Home, and like now it seems like one of the biggest freaking Jesus, I can't think of the biggest movies starting off this one is going to be Spider-Man. So it's interesting that they're making him such a big part when they had to fight to get him to be involved to begin with.
Yeah, I have another theory to try to like wrap it up, but like you haven't seen that movie. Do you know the one like villain that's at least in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty impossible for me not to know that. They spoil it in the trailer.
So I'm thinking Mysterio is manipulating the things somehow, but that could probably not be.
Oh, like that it never happened?
That what's happening right now.
No, I'm saying like what ended the last movie isn't what actually happened to make this movie happen.
I think it's still his little manipulation thing going
That's what
on.
I'm saying. I'm saying that the way that we thought it ended is not how it ended. Instead, it ended.
I forgot
in
how it
different
ended.
way.
So I know the
He's
ending.
supposed to, he died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they say it in the trailer. So I'm saying that it's possible that like that whole thing was fake, meaning like he didn't actually die, and it was part of his manipulation to make him think that he was dead, because maybe he was working with Doc Ock on the breaking of the universe, and he's trying to get a Sinister Six put together.
Yeah. So there's, I don't know. That's probably like not really what it's going to be, but that's like my thing that I was like, oh, it could be that. Could
That
be
would
like
be
stretching.
like a very meta-ass Mysterio thing to do.
Yeah, that'd be like. But no, honestly, the fact that they showed Doc Ock from another universe, my immediate assumption is that almost everyone from Sinister Six is probably going to be from different universes, and then what's going to happen is maybe one of them is in this universe, and maybe it's the person who's calling them all there. So who is in the Sinister Six? Real quick, it's
Electro.
Doc Ock, Electro, Goblin, right? See,
he's actually not.
No,
yeah, he's not. It's Vulture, Rhino.
Vulture, I remember that.
Vulture, Rhino. You said Electro, Doc Ock. Is it the Shocker? The Shocker?
Is that his name? I think that's who it is. What it looks like.
But like the yellow lightning, they were showing it to be Electro because that's his actual, lightning. But Shocker's is yellow. So, and Shocker was kind of in.
All right, ready? Here we go. Doc. Oh, we lost him. Figures. That's funny as hell. So I'm reading the original Sinister Six because I'm sure it's changed. So after suffering 2 defeats, Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus is separated from his tentacle packs. After his tentacle pack breaks free and helps Dr. Octopus break out of prison, he contacts every known supervillain who had crossed paths with Spider-Man. Only Electro, Kraven the Hunter, Mysterio, Sandman, and Vulture respond. So those are the original ones.
Sandman.
But now I'm trying to.
In it too.
Yeah, well, it's funny because Sandman, what is it? Yeah, Sandman's Sinister Six, so it looks like he creates one too. Venom? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Sinister 12. I'm trying to think. Civil War, Sinister 6, End of Earth. I'm just curious, like, Marvel's now Sinister 6? I'm like trying to see if there's anyone outside. Oh, yeah, so now that you're back. The original Sinister 6 was Doc Ock, Kraven the Hunter, Electro, Mysterio, Sandman, and Vulture.
Yeah,
Sandman,
I forgot about Sandman. But Sandman was in the Toby one too. Now I think about it,
he ended up being good. So unless if you like kind of erase Spider-Man,
the end of it, you mean?
In a way, yeah. Because someone.
Well, no, but again, Sandman doesn't have to be from that universe though either. It can be from one of the other universes, or even ours. Like it could be happening in the one that we're in right now. That whole scenario could he could be becoming Sandman, and then he just it's while he's in freak out mode, or he could just be a total dick in general. He doesn't have to end up even getting the redemption arc.
We have Vulture in this MCU.
Yeah.
So is this Vulture and technically Scorpion as well?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Scorpion is so in the end credit scene when he's like in prison, he's talking to Scorpion.
Another inmate. Yeah, another inmate.
Yep. And I was like, oh my god, but like no one has picked that up. That like, dude, it's gonna be a thing. That's gotta be a thing.
Yeah, and I guess one other question too, like Venom's not supposed to be part of this at all, right? Because he's all Sony, right?
Yeah, he can't. Like, I think he's gonna be like in his own thing.
I mean,
I was just curious, like if they could ever do that.
They were talking about doing a crossover, Venom Spider-Man crossover, like Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
But
that's what I thought.
They could make their own Spider-Man in that like Venom verse thing. So
yeah,
it could be like Andrew Garfield's or whatever, or the better Spider-Man.
I think Sony, even though that they have like their own plans going, I think the success of them continuing is kind of dependent upon them rolling with Marvel. Like, because I don't think that like Venom wasn't that popular of a movie.
Yeah.
Number 2 doesn't look like it's going to be a straight up banger. It looks like it's going to be okay. Morbius, like they've hit a lot of setbacks, including COVID. There was other setbacks before that. And like, yeah, I just don't see how their universe continues.
Well, that's the reason I was asking, because I'm just skimming through all the Sinister Sixes here, and at one point, what is it? I think Doc Ock gets taken out temporarily, and Venom replaces him. Another one, coincidentally, Scorpion comes into the Sinister Six.
Yeah, there's a few iterations.
Yeah,
It's
Beetle.
just
Beetle
Venom,
comes in, and
a
then
villain team. Yeah.
but it's typically the same like six. It's just like one of them gets replaced here and there.
I would like the Kingpin in this.
Oh man, we need a Vincent D'Onofrio, man. We need him.
Because there's a scene when he's like being interrogated or like he's talking to a lawyer, and they're thinking that is Matt Murdock because he is supposed to be in that comic.
Charlie Cox, yeah.
It could be Matt from.
Dude, I would love if they finally just took the damn TV shows and merged them over, because so far, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is obviously part of it, right? But in Daredevil, when the Punisher is first introduced, there is a moment where they mention the men in black suits who say that it doesn't make sense that he's alive, and they disappear. And there's a very specific scene in the beginning of the series where there's a picture on the wall of an alien breaking through its building in New York City. So it's clearly part of the universe, and they've never done anything else with that universe and the movies.
No, in Luke Cage, they talk about how Harlem got destroyed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
saying like
Jessica Jones as well.
But they only talk about it in the shows. They never do it in reverse. And I'm like, I just want one of these movies. Yeah. And so here's something interesting. I haven't checked any of the other ones now that I think about it, but I went to actually finally watch Into the Spider-Verse recently, and it's not on Netflix anymore.
Yeah.
But it was on Netflix forever. So the fact that it's not on there anymore, and I don't know if that was a Sony project. I would assume so. And if that's the case, it's interesting that left as well, because I don't think Sony has a streaming thing out, and it's on like Hulu or something, and Hulu's Disney, right? So like the fact that that's gone, I'm curious if they're going to slowly remove all of the Netflix ones until it's just Disney and Marvel owned. And the reason why I think that is because I wonder if any reference to those movies they would have to pay rights to Netflix for. Like, I almost wonder if it's that kind of stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they're
technically you made it. Like,
yeah, they're probably waiting out the clock on a contract or something like that.
Like next year, maybe. I thought I saw something that like they can actually use Daredevil now. So I thought
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think
that's
running out the clock on like this contract thing.
Because dude, it would be so fucking cool to have like Luke Cage like just save Peter Parker one day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something's about to happen. Peter's about to get shot up, and Peter is not bulletproof, and Luke Cage comes in.
Yeah, that'd
be fucking awesome. Like, I love those characters, and like, dude, it doesn't matter, because even if like the Iron Fist thing didn't pan out so well, as a collective, they're still good. Like, so having them come back, having all of those characters be involved, like even just one reference to the shows would be awesome. Like, I just want something.
They could kill that Iron Fist and find like a variant that's better. So
yeah, from another universe, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, they could even just pull a straight redemption where they just totally change direction on Danny Rand, recast maybe.
They don't even have to recast. They could just do a hard thing where like something harsh happens, and they just like they give them acting lessons or something.
And one of the things that was really like, so the trainer, the fight trainer and stuff like that, and the choreographer, he was like, the dude never wanted to train. Like, girl,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the female Iron Fist. She's like a legit martial artist.
Oh yeah, I could tell too. Like,
and that's why her scenes were badass, and that's why they changed the direction of the show in the second season. They were like, yeah, she's obviously like she should be the hero in this show.
Yeah,
because she's actually working for it, And so that's why I'm thinking a recast, because like he's a terrible actor or anything, but it's just I don't think he really understood like this is gonna be.
Well, I can say that he wasn't a good actor if he didn't literally learn martial arts to play a person who literally is known for martial arts. Like, I think I said that like when I was like, I enjoyed it just because like I enjoy any of these. I like the cheesy DC Arrow Flashverse as well. Like, I like all of them, but it was so disappointing to think like there were so many scenes that he's fighting that were not epic, and that's literally all he's known for is epic fighting. That'd be like watching a Bruce Lee movie and he's like a lawyer. Like, what the hell's the purpose of this?
It's
Like,
walking up to the bench with nunchucks.
yeah. It's like, here, let me file that for you. Just like,
Exactly.
throws it into the fax with the
I
file.
object.
Get over here. Wait, what?
Wait.
Yeah, so like, yeah, exactly. Though that's what it felt like. Though it just felt like it didn't make any sense. Like he should be this epic fighter, and it seemed like literally every one of his friends, even like Luke Cage, looked like he fought better during every one of their scenes. Like he never looked like a good fighter.
Yeah.
Ever. And then his few scenes where he's trying to be epic, they're all slow mo, and I know why, because he wasn't a good fighter. Like they were like, hey, I bet if we slow this down, it looks cool. Like
Yeah,
what? Like
and yeah, that's why like I think like a recast would be good, but like you could still even keep that same iteration of the character. You know what I mean? Like in the universe. Can you show the full design T-shirt? The wearing now full screen standing.
just guitars on movie strips.
I think that same guy was on like Chuck's show Tuesday or something, because he asked the exact same question to him.
Well, thanks for commenting, but yeah, I mean it's kind of off topic there, buddy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think they can save the character of Iron Fist. That was my point. I think they can save the character of Iron Fist in the MCU currently. And
dude, honestly, I think that the way they could do that and not being funny about the whole multiverse thing is have him have one epic ending, get him KO'd, and have another version of him come out. Because he already did the thing he's not supposed to do, which is open the door. You know what I mean? Like the only like it's like, hey, you got one rule and he broke it. So like he's not useful anymore for that purpose. So why not bring one from another one who maybe does protect the door? He's even stronger and better. And it's like, oh no, like an Iron Fist has fallen. Like that sucks. Like maybe they know about it too. Maybe because of this special power, they actually know about the multiverse and it's important. None of them fall. And it's like, oh no, this one fell and now it's important. Like do something cool.
Do like a Tekken round 2 and
fight. Oh Jesus.
Well, what they set up too at the end of Iron Fist, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched it. But like so. You remember he has guns and he's shooting guns and it's like Iron Fist bullets, right? So what they're setting up is that he's now mastered some form of like his power where he can transfer it into other things.
Dude, he's Gambit. That's what it was. He wasn't even Iron Fist. He just thought he was. And Mephisto has been manipulating him. He's like, why do I suck in martial arts, but I'm really good at throwing stuff? Like,
there you go.
Throwing these fights because it looks like
he's gonna take a trip to New Orleans and he's just gonna get the accent and there you go. Now he's Gambit. No, but what I'm saying is like they could just give him a sword or something. Give him something like where now he becomes so much more relevant. He can do some sword play stuff, and again recast him as someone else who's an actual martial artist who kind of resembles him,
or just someone who's willing to do it. Like there's plenty, like the what's damn it, Batman actor.
Which one?
The Dark Knight, Dark Knight.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, like dude, the roles that he plays in movies, like when he like drops like 150 pounds, like yes, like. There's actors who take. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's actors who take roles very seriously. Like, you don't need a martial artist. You can get a really good actor who's willing to learn martial arts. Like, dude, I just finished reading Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger's biography, and it's like, dude, or autobiography, and like he talks about like how he would do fight scenes with swords for Conan the Barbarian. Like they would do them over and over and over again. Like, you can learn how to do it for those movies. And it's like if you just need an actor who's dedicated, like that's all.
To me, it's so weird that like if I was an actor, right, and then they're like, "Hey, you're gonna play this role," and we're
gonna give you free martial arts lessons.
Exactly, you're gonna be like a kung fu legend after this. I'm like, bro, let's whoop some ass. Like, come on.
Plus, there's a whole like Marvel thing of when an actor like there's like Chris Pratt. He was a chunky monkey kind of in Parks and Rec, and then now he's like ripped. And then you have
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
You have there's that guy from Silicon Valley. I don't know his actual.
Oh, for the Eternals. Yeah.
But he's like jacked.
Yeah.
He even talks about that too, like how intense it was. Like it's like something he like now he has a new respect for because like it's just an insane amount of work. But
so you're
getting paid for it.
But then you see like the dude playing Danny Rand's like,
Yeah, he's got a dad bod. It's like, come
I
on,
mean,
bro.
even like Tom Holland, man. He was already pretty athletic. I think he had
Yeah, he's like doing parkour and shit.
yeah, he had like taken like ballet as a kid and stuff like that, and he can dance and all
Dude,
that.
he was
Like,
literally
pretty
like
athletic.
made for Spider-Man, dude. Like
Oh, yeah.
parkour and ballet, dude. Like you couldn't have asked for a better like actor for that. Like it's ridiculous.
He's great too. He's such a good actor. He's such a good actor.
And he's such a kid. That's why it's awesome. Like he's not one of those fucking no. Like there's like actor like kid actors who are like, oh yes, that's both shallow and pedantic. Like it's like we get it. You got acting schools, but like, dude, he's just a kid. And he's like, I get to play Spider-Man. Are you shitting me? That's why he fucks up
Yeah.
all the time and ends up spilling the beans because he's literally just a kid playing Spider-Man. It's like that's awesome.
He's excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good breakfast talk.
Yeah.
That's good. This is gonna be one episode. I'm not splitting it, but
Yeah, that was good.
So yeah, what other was there any other topics or was that it?
We're just gonna keep it to that because that went long enough. That's what I was messaging in the chat. I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna keep it to that because I don't have a ton of news. And I was looking at Greg's news, and I'm like, that's not a lot of news. This news is good.
I don't even know if they want to like really. They
not now.
But, yeah. So we're gonna switch.
Breakfast talk.
So I'm glad that we did breakfast talk and now it's recorded, and I hope that my theory comes true, and now everyone will know that was.
And it was live now. So if anyone else says that they did it right, they came up with like, no, we have a date that it went out live.
They can suck a fart. They can suck a fat fart.
On their YouTube and Facebook. So
that's right. It's my theory.
So.
And that's just a theory, a film theory. Now we get copyright strikes, right?
Right.
It's like none of the big players care. There's this one big YouTube channel, and they're just like, "That son of a bitch." That's my line.
That's trademark
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pitch me out.
Barely an inconvenience.
So now we're gonna switch over. We should get a better background, but you know.
Yeah, especially since like it doesn't look like brunch, and you can only really tell what it is when there's one person on the screen and not three.
Yeah.
Brunch bulletin.
All I see is a napkin, bread, and cucumbers.
Plus, I gotta get that logo because, like, I got a new thumbnail person. So they took the logo from the intro video because I have no other way to get the logo. But yeah.
Yeah, you do. You can just ask for it.
I guess if he still has the thing somewhere, but
I hope so. I save everything when I work with clients.
Well, I have much too much. Like I have way too many things that from like
20 years ago. It's like, hey, do you still have that website you built in 1994? Oh yeah, I do. It's on this backup hard drive.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
So that'll be $8,000 per minute.
Storage
per megabyte.
Storage fees.
So
per megabyte per year.
Nobody has done this yet. Nobody has guessed this. I guess I have to make like another thing on TikTok because that's the only place where people actually try guessing shit. If you can guess the green thing, I even made.
I think it's like gonna be right here.
Oh, okay. So there's literally an episode that's coming out that was supposed to come out last week, but scheduling, thumbnails, transitions, that didn't happen. There's literally the next episode that's coming out for Brunch Bulletin is episode 13, which click above and watch that if you want. It's called Guess the Green Thing. I named it that on purpose because somebody needs to guess the fucking thing. So I'm gonna play the intro, and if someone that's watching can comment what it is, you're gonna get a sticker, and you're gonna get that comic right there, Chronicles of Horror, issue 1. You're gonna get that sticker and even a mug, because
why not?
Yeah,
because we're really trying to give them away. We want you guys to have it.
You lazy pieces. Just play the video. is it?
Why? Did that last time too.
I need to know. I'm starting to freak out a little bit, to be honest. Please show me. What is that green thing on that screen I just played?
What's the green thing?
Now, if you didn't know, we have Buy Me a Coffee.
Actually, can you hear that, or can you see us again?
I can't see you guys at all. It's just
I
black.
was
Oh,
clicking.
now you can't even see anything.
It's a black
Oh,
screen.
he hasn't been able to this whole time.
It was like cutting in and out, like so I could see Greg moving a little bit. Dylan, I haven't seen you the entire time though.
Yeah.
It's probably because I'm in such high quality def.
Yeah. From my lowly status, I can't even look at you.
So we have to Buy Me a Coffee.
I shan't glance into the sun.
If you go to buymeacoffee.com/Sierra Nova Comics, you can buy us a coffee, which is like $5. You can also, instead of doing that, get one of the 2 subscription tiers that we have a bunch of cool stuff. So we're gonna make like a video for that soon.
Yeah.
And for our podcast. So
Hopefully it sounds like a cup of boring coffee.
oh, that would be cool.
I mean, does coffee sound different than any other liquid being poured?
Of course, it smells and it sounds like it's been being poured by the gods.
In the ad, we're gonna have smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. My greatest invention. Good news.
Fetch me my smelloscope.
Good news, everyone.
It's the Bible.
Nice.
It's the real good news.
So
Oh yeah, am I starting?
Go first.
Sweet. So, a couple cool things going on, but I'm just going to share one of the things that we're working on specifically, mostly because we're working on so many damn things I can't remember what the else we're working on. No, I'm just kidding. No, I got a couple things. But first thing is we actually just got our new interns this semester, which is awesome. Super stoked to work with them. And one of the coolest things is that unintentionally, we actually ended up bringing on 7 interns again, which is exactly what we did last semester, and that was completely not on purpose. And it's also funny because we only had 6, and one guy was like really hungry, and he's like, "I'll do anything," like, and we're like, "Bring a suit," and he did. They're like, "Cool, you're hired," so we brought him up. Yeah, so it's been pretty cool, working with them, trying to get everything out launched with that. And with our Artist Blow, we are specifically, you were mentioning Halloween on Breakfast Talk earlier, but we're actually going to be putting on a show for Halloween, and right now we're working on grabbing the venue and working with actors to get like people dressed up as like zombies and Frankenstein, all that stuff. Like we're going to be trying to like set up basically a whole haunted house party at a concert event. So like we're like super stoked about this. We've got another guy working with us. His name's Axel Rain. Raightn? Yeah, GHN. And definitely, if you want to check him out, he's got some pretty awesome stuff going on. But he's helping us put on this show, and he's involved with the show as well with a couple other people. So we just had a huge meeting about how we're getting everything off the ground with that. So super excited to move that forward. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's cool news going on. This is not really big news, but it's more. I've been using Notion.so, so the app called Notion, really intensely. And just last night we were setting up the group sharing for that because you got to pay for that. So we're like, fuck it. It's like I've got so much data built into these databases now that I'm just like, it would be really worthwhile if you guys could also access this. So I've been like cataloging venues and promotion companies and people we can work with and artists. So definitely excited for that. But yeah, I think that's basically what's going on over here.
That's cool.
Sounds pretty dope. I wanna come to your little Halloween thing.
Yeah, it's called High Tech Horror. That'll be the name of the show.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some traveling for my birthday, man. So I might actually go. I might actually go and take part in that because I was supposed to go to meet up with Ruben Romero and Casey Boker, but because of the spread of COVID and stuff, we were gonna go to Tampa and just have like a little like meet up and stuff like that. But I don't think that's gonna happen now. So yeah, might as well go to Nashville, baby.
What
Oh yeah.
what weekend is that?
The our thing is the 29th or 30th. I think it's gonna be the 29th though.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll let you know if that changes, but that's what the goal is. Like if every venue we want is booked those days, then we're gonna try another
Just
one. But
wondering about that because we have our countdown of our Kickstarter for Chronicles of Horror the 30th. So, well, midnight on the 30th. Yeah.
What if I do a live event from the other
Nashville?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Nashville.
Woo! We got some synergy going on right now. I love it.
Nice. That'd be dope as hell.
Moving on to New Leaf news, I guess. So we actually have some news this week, which is pretty cool. We haven't had news in a few sessions. So we've been kind of just redirecting, like trying to figure out what's a great direction for us. Moving forward as a company, we have changed quite a few times. But so there was one idea that Chris has had for like a year or two already, and he kind of found a new way like to utilize some different things. I'm going to remain pretty cryptic about it. That's a clue right there. But it is a game. So it's a game concept that's going to
It's a cryptic game.
It's a very cryptic topic that we're talking about here.
It
is a game, but it's going to have some other elements to it that are very current. Let's just put it that way, and can involve pretty much anyone individually, and then also like different companies, comic book companies, like everybody that's part of the Sierra Nova platform, all this kind of stuff. So, so we have a few different kind of integrated things that are going to be part of this game, and it's going to be pretty freaking cool. Like he's putting together actually a PowerPoint, so he wants to show. He's going to show me, but he also wants to show, pretty much anybody who's interested in the concept. So we want to show you Sierra Nova boys, so you guys can kind of get a feel for what we're going to be doing.
Cryptic.
It's so cryptic. Oh my gosh, it's almost as if I'm trying to drop a hint. Really, really big hint there. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, we don't have like a date that we're pushing this out on, because we really just want to focus on actually getting it done. It's not heavy on the art side. It's very manageable on the art side because I've got a tremendous amount of stuff going on. I'm actually working on a game with the company that I work for, along with the graphic novel and animation. So it's just tons of stuff going in on my end. So Chris is definitely manning the helm and just manhandling stuff. So anyway, we'll show you guys when we have any type of development. We'll definitely share some teasers and things like that. But look forward to that.
Sweet.
Over to you, Grego.
We have our Kickstarter page for Chronicles of Horror, issue 2. Issue 1, 2, I guess.
Me?
Now Hector's literally like frozen. That's like a weird face.
Yeah, at least he has that face where he's like super excited about stuff. Oh, he's back. Nice.
But yeah, we're waiting on one more story and that's it. And yeah, he's gonna get mad because he's the artist for that. But there's actually technically that story, and then there's an ending that J.R. Harris is doing. It's one page.
Oh,
but,
yeah, put him on the spot now.
Yeah, let's put him.
I can't believe he hasn't done it yet. What a monster!
It's only 2 pages.
A monster mash.
But yeah, the ending is actually pretty cool because I wrote it. But
yeah,
go ahead and reach back there, Greg. Go ahead and reach back there.
Yeah, and then just reach hard. And just like knock yourself on the back of the head.
It's pretty cool. I don't really want to say anything about it because it all depends on this Kickstarter, like what happens with it. So
yeah,
can't really mention.
A really cool thing about it is that we put together this second issue, and it's vastly improved from the first issue. It's 36 pages, 34 or 36 pages, something like that. Tons of pages. And then also we actually have 3 additional comics that will be part of the Kickstarter campaign, like exclusive,
Oh,
like
there is
stretch
a
goals.
third. I
Yeah,
forgot
there
about
is.
that. I
There's-
forgot about that other one, but that's
there's
digital
three.
only, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. Yeah.
there's three.
It's like it's already a stretch goal that's on there, but like I forget about it because it's digital, but it's on there.
I mean,
So
we can
I
print
guess
it.
that's
We can
kinda
print it
cool.
anytime. But yeah, it's for right now. It's a digital. But
Well,
yeah,
it would
and
be cool to just be digital, so that'd be like an exclusive thing that you can only get through Nova Nation or something.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we got tons. We got like so many prints. We got like all this, just a ton
So
of
many
stuff
prints.
coming together. Just
All of the
just
prints.
And me and Josh actually found I don't know, I can't say a better printer because we still have to like print something out as a test, but we found way cheaper. It's way cheaper. So for prints, yeah, we're gonna be going with that. I think he's gonna order like a test print of something from them and see how.
Hector's like, how many prints are you gonna get? And Greg is like,
a lot.
yes.
yeah,
Because there's
very.
there's 3 prints, 4. So there's one print that's just for this one tier that Abel did.
Yep.
It was originally just gonna be a sticker, and then we're like, hey, let's do that because why just a wallpaper and a sticker? So we did that, and he put a lot of work into it that I didn't even know he was gonna do in the first place. I was like, oh, I feel bad. And then the other 3 prints, which one people have already seen, and
I'm just now noticing how close Hector is to his screen, and then I thought, no, actually, his whole camera is zoomed in. It's like the Buttercat sticker went away. I can't tell if that was on purpose.
I moved it forward. I moved the camera forward a little bit.
Oh, well, Buttercat is Breakfast Talks. I almost thought that was on purpose. Like,
yeah, we gotta get a sticker for
Yeah, we got to
just
get
the
one.
green thing.
yeah, I was just about to say we need a sticker of the green thing.
Just put it everywhere.
If
Be
it
like,
gets
"What is it?"
zoomed, if it gets zoomed in like that, maybe I'll actually be able to see what the hell it is.
Hector, I just watched your like tracer on the dock go like off the page,
Yeah,
and I'm very confused how it did that.
I'm just cool like that, man.
Did you do that?
Not at all. I mean, I think I just pressed like spacebar something accidentally on my
Another cool
on my
bit,
keyboard.
Another cool bit of news is Seer Chronicles issue 2.
What?
It's almost done.
What?
It's almost done.
It's
been like a year.
Oh, look at that! It was so unbelievable.
Yeah,
It crashed
she's like,
his computer.
That's why you're saying what?
Yeah, he couldn't hear us actually. He was just like, huh? What? Oh, now you got 2 circles of death.
What?
Maybe he'll try it again. See, that's why he was saying what? His damn computer was going out.
Selling chocolates. So
That was just well timed. I was trying to be funny, but then it
yeah,
dropped.
and then you're like, huh?
there you go.
What? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it works.
yeah.
Woo!
There's only 10 more pages to get lettered, and hopefully by the time this episode is out, which it'll be next week, it'll be done. But we're gonna be formatting issue 2, like the intro pages that we got going on. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that I think tomorrow, and then the cover, like the actual title of the cover and stuff, that's gonna be done. And I can't wait because it's been like a year.
Yeah, has it? I feel like it's been 6.
I saw a memory today.
Congratulations on your previous Kickstarter. He's like,
I saw. It said 3 days left, and we had $3,000, and I was like, "Yo!"
I remember when. I
we
remember when I lost my mind.
And we were fighting to get Ink 2 out, and
yeah, people are like, "Where's Ink 2?" And we're like, "I'm so sorry. I broke your one
Seer
rule."
Chronicles.
Yeah.
And Seer Chronicles issue 1
is on its way. Holy poop! It's moving so fast.
Yeah.
It's moving so fast that like we almost like forgot stuff, and then I'm like, Greg, slow down.
Yeah.
And
so
it's
we're gonna be reviewing pages, and then
that one we're gonna be a little more generous because it's a remake. So we want to get you guys excited about the fact that it's the same general plot line, but we've added much more backstory to it, and I think it's gonna be fucking kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 more pages. So nope.
Yeah.
35 more pages. 36.
36, Greg.
more
Greg. 36,
pages.
Greg. Yeah.
I thought to myself like earlier, like,
Hector's like, you come to me on the day of your year anniversary of your Kickstarter without a comic. I don't understand.
I'm just over here waiting for a comic, you know.
On the day of my previous Kickstarter's wedding.
It's been a year. It's been a year, Greg.
it's not done yet.
You talking to me?
Yeah. So September.
You, the guy without a comic?
I think September 1st or 2nd was when it ended. So I'll be able to see that lovely memory and just remind myself.
Memory is all alone in the moon.
Our new artist is like he's cool. He's a coolio. He's coolio.
Yeah.
A coolio. But yeah.
Stadio.
So that's all going on. I'm gonna play the intro / outro again, and you guys should guess this thing because.
Oh, he's like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. He's like, fuck this. I don't even want to watch it. What was it? It was right here. Where to go? What was it?
What was it?
What was the green thing? What was the green thing?
What the fuck is it?
Dude, I just realized something that we should totally do.
Mm.
We should definitely make a mini-series comic just called What is the Green Thing?
And it has some kind of tie into your universe, or it's like a
Dude, it was like, absolutely.
Dude, do that.
it's like an important thing in the universe.
Dude, it's gonna end up being like the single most important thing in the universe.
I just
It's gonna be great.
I made a final update to our first phase of our
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, just now, you mean? Like you've added what is the green
Yeah,
thing?
I added 30 more comics just for that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that was the brunch bulletin. If you could like, share, subscribe.
Oh, we forgot to say that for the breakfast talk.
Yeah.
If you like that one, you should also like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have to get better.
If you didn't, you should still like, share, and subscribe to this one. They're totally different. They're unrelated.
I'm gonna try to get an outro made and probably
share it,
like it, share it, and then
subscribe it. Yeah,
subscribe.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
To our newsletter. They'll be in the description.
That's where we email you like once a month. It's not
once a month now.
Yeah,
because,
yeah. We dialed it back a little
newsletter
bit.
every week. So
yeah,
gotta tone that down. Maybe so productive.
No, but I think once a month is good. We can give updates of like new stuff coming out.
Yeah,
and we don't want to spam you, but if you don't want to forget that we make awesome comics, it's probably cool to sign up.
And
yeah, I'm talking to you, Apists.
That person's not even here.
Ben Sennen.
I don't even think they were, so it's very weird.
Yeah, it'd be so funny if that's just a robot that's like going around asking people to show their shirt.
Nice shirt.
No. Do you know what it's doing? It's like scanning them, like with machine learning and figuring out. Oh, I wonder how many people wear these shirts, and then it's redesigning shirts very similar to them, based on an algorithm that's like, they seem to like when there's like devil horns on the tip of a guitar neck on a film script while watching comics. That's interesting. Maybe if we just put like devil horns on a comic up a film strip's canister, it's going to be great. Like,
yeah, they asked Chuck and Connor, because Connor was on his.
Was it the exact same question? Like, hello guys, exactly. Can I have a request for?
I was like, that's a weird fucking question to ask, and then like. Chuck's
and it just scans the page for first names, and it just saw mine in the middle.
Yeah, so Connor showed his, and it was like a Captain America shield shirt, like a normal one that you find at like a Walmart or whatever.
Like you come to my podcast on the day of our news, and you ask me, What
Show my
shirt am I wearing?
Yeah.
What shirt am I wearing? You better have a good reason
Yeah.
before I blast you upside the head
Chuck had like a marble
with a
shirt
9
on,
iron
so.
that I'm borrowing from the guy I just killed.
I'm gonna end it here.
That was like Christopher Walken towards the end there.